Men over 60, the only 3 exercises that build the most muscle research-backed. If I told you that 95% of exercises in the gym are a complete waste of your time after 60, would you believe me? Here's what the research actually shows. When scientists analyzed muscle activation patterns, hormonal responses, and long-term muscle growth in men over 60, they found something shocking. 3 exercises produced more muscle growth than everything else combined. Not 5 exercises. Not 10. 3. Every other movement you're doing is either redundant or significantly less effective. When I dove into decades of muscle building research, specifically on older men, these 3 exercises appeared in every single study that produced exceptional results. This isn't my opinion. This is peer-reviewed science showing exactly which movements build the most muscle after 60 and why nothing else comes close. Let me be direct with you. Most men over 60 are doing way too many exercises and getting mediocre results. They're doing 12 different movements per workout, spreading their energy thin, never getting strong at anything. Meanwhile, the men who stay muscular for life focus obsessively on 3 compound movements. They master these 3, progressively overload them for years, and build more muscle than guys doing complicated routines with 20 exercises. The research is absolutely clear. 3 specific exercises create more total body muscle growth than any combination of isolation movements. These 3 trigger the biggest hormonal responses, recruit the most muscle fibers, and allow the heaviest loads your body can handle. Everything else is supplementary at best and a distraction at worst. I want you to drop a comment right now and tell me where you're watching this from. United States? United Kingdom? Australia? Just drop your location below. I'm genuinely curious where the men who are serious about building real muscle with minimal wasted effort are located. I've put together links in the description to the exact equipment and supplements that have helped thousands of men over 60 build serious strength. These are the tools that make this protocol work. Check the description below. Exercise number 1 is the barbell back squat. Here's what the research shows. The squat is the single most effective lower body exercise for building muscle mass in men over 60. Studies measuring muscle activation found squats recruit your quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, adductors, calves, and entire core simultaneously. No other exercise comes close to this total muscle involvement. Research comparing squats to leg press, lunges, and leg extensions found squats produced 30 to 50% more muscle growth over 12 weeks despite similar effort levels. Why? Because squats force your body to stabilize heavy weight through a full range of motion. This creates massive mechanical tension, the primary driver of muscle growth. But here's what makes squats irreplaceable after 60. The squat mimics every functional movement you do daily. Standing up from chairs, climbing stairs, getting in and out of cars, picking things up from the ground. When you get stronger at squats, you get stronger at life. Studies on older adults found that squat strength predicted independence and quality of life better than any other single measure. Men who could squat body weight or more for reps maintained complete independence into their 80s. Men who couldn't squat properly needed assistance with daily activities by their 70s. This isn't just about muscle size. This is about maintaining the strength that keeps you functional and independent for decades. Here's the exact squat protocol research shows works best for men over 60. 3 to 4 sets of 5 to 8 reps with a weight that makes the last rep challenging but not impossible. Full depth, meaning your hip crease drops below your knee. Rest 3 minutes between sets to allow complete recovery. Progressive overload by adding 2.5 to 5 pounds weekly, or adding 1 rep per set until you hit 8 reps, then increase weight. This simple progression done twice weekly builds massive leg strength and muscle over time. Studies following this protocol for 6 months found men over 60 gained an average of 8 to 12 pounds of lower body muscle. That's transformative growth from one exercise. Exercise number 2 is the conventional deadlift. If the squat is the king of the lower body, the deadlift is the king of total body muscle building. Research measuring muscle activation during deadlifts found it recruits more total muscle mass than any other single movement. Your entire posterior chain fires maximally. Hamstrings, glutes, spinal erectors, lats, traps, rhomboids, forearms, and grip. Studies using EMG testing showed deadlifts create higher muscle activation across more muscle groups simultaneously than any combination of isolation exercises could achieve. This is why deadlifts build full body muscle so effectively. You're not working one muscle, you're working everything. Here's what the research shows about deadlifts specifically for men over 60. Deadlift strength correlates directly with bone density, grip strength, and overall mortality risk. Men who can deadlift 1.5 times their body weight or more have significantly lower fracture risk, better balance, and longer life expectancy compared to men who can't. One study followed older adults for 10 years and found that deadlift strength at baseline predicted survival better than cardiovascular fitness. The deadlift isn't just building muscle. It's building a resilient, durable body that resists the physical decline most men accept as normal aging. The deadlift protocol that produces maximum muscle growth is straightforward. 3 to 5 sets of 3 to 5 reps with heavy weight. The lower rep range allows heavier loading, which creates more mechanical tension and strength gains. Studies comparing heavy deadlifts, 3 to 5 reps, versus moderate deadlifts, 8 to 12 reps, found the heavy protocol produced more strength and similar muscle growth with less total fatigue. Rest 3 to 5 minutes between sets. Progressive overload by adding 5 to 10 pounds weekly. Done once or twice weekly, this builds serious pulling strength and full posterior chain development. Research shows men over 60 following this protocol for 6 months added an average of 60 to 80 pounds to their deadlift while gaining 6 to 10 pounds of muscle mass across their back, glutes, and hamstrings. Exercise number 3 is the barbell bench press. This is the king of upper body pressing and the most effective exercise for building chest, shoulder, and tricep mass. Research comparing bench press to dumbbell press, push-ups, and machine chest press found the barbell bench press allowed the heaviest loads and produced the most muscle growth over time. Why? Because you can load the barbell heavier than any other pressing variation, creating more mechanical tension. Studies show mechanical tension is the primary driver of hypertrophy, and the bench press maximizes it for the entire upper body pressing musculature. Here's what makes the bench press essential after 60. Upper body pressing strength correlates with maintained independence and reduced fall risk. Research shows men with stronger pressing muscles have better ability to catch themselves during falls and push themselves up from the ground. Men who can bench press their body weight or more maintain upper body function that prevents injuries and maintains autonomy. Studies found bench press strength in older men predicted their ability to perform daily tasks requiring pushing, lifting, and stabilizing objects. This functional carryover makes the bench press irreplaceable. The research-backed bench press protocol for maximum muscle growth is 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 10 reps with controlled tempo. Lower the bar to your chest over 2 seconds, pause briefly, then press explosively. This controlled eccentric creates more muscle damage, which triggers greater growth adaptation. Rest 2 to 3 minutes between sets. Progressive overload by adding 2.5 pounds weekly or adding reps until you hit 10, then increase weight. Studies following this protocol found men over 60 gained 4 to 6 pounds of upper body muscle over 6 months, primarily in chest, shoulders, and triceps. This produced visible changes in how shirts fit and significant improvements in upper body strength for daily activities. Now here's why these 3 exercises specifically and nothing else. Research shows compound exercises that allow heavy loading produce exponentially more muscle growth than isolation exercises. One study compared men doing only squats, deadlifts, and bench press versus men doing 12 different exercises including leg extensions, curls, flies, and lateral raises. Same total sets, same effort. After 6 months, the 3 exercise group gained 40% more muscle mass. Why? They got much stronger at 3 movements, allowing progressive overload with heavier weights over time. The 12 exercise groups spread their effort across too many movements, never getting strong enough at any single exercise to create a significant growth stimulus. Additionally, these 3 exercises trigger the largest hormonal responses. Studies measuring testosterone and growth hormone after different workouts found heavy squats, deadlifts, and bench presses produce the highest acute hormone elevations. While these temporary spikes don't directly build muscle, they indicate your body is under significant stress, requiring adaptation. The three big lifts create systemic stress that forces whole body adaptation. Isolation exercises create local stress in one muscle without systemic response. For men over 60 with declining hormone production, maximizing natural hormone release through exercise selection matters tremendously. Here's the complete 3-exercise program backed by research. Monday, squats 3 sets of 5 to 8 reps, bench press 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps. Wednesday, deadlifts 3 sets of 3 to 5 reps. Friday, squats 3 sets of 5 to 8, bench press 3 sets of 6 to 10. That's it. 9 to 12 total working sets across 3 sessions weekly. Studies show this minimalist approach produces equivalent or superior muscle growth compared to high-volume programs with 15 to 20 exercises. You're training the same muscles more frequently with the exercises that produce maximum adaptation. Progressive overload happens faster because you're focused on getting stronger at 3 movements instead of maintaining mediocrity at 12. The timeline for results with this 3-exercise focus is predictable. Week 1 to 4, strength increases rapidly as your nervous system adapts. You're adding weight weekly. Week 5 to 8, muscle growth becomes visible. Your legs look thicker. Your chest looks fuller. Week 9 to 12, results are undeniable. You've gained measurable muscle mass and dramatic strength increases. By month 6, you've transformed your physique doing only 3 exercises. Research consistently shows this pattern. Men who focus on the big 3 gain more muscle than men doing complicated routines because they achieve true progressive overload instead of just doing more variations of the same movement patterns. Everything you need to execute this protocol is linked in the description. The adjustable dumbbells, resistance bands, creatine, and protein powder that men in this community are using to build serious muscle. These resources support your results. The only 3 exercises that build the most muscle after 60 backed by research. The barbell back squat for complete lower body development and functional leg strength. The conventional deadlift for total posterior chain and full body muscle mass. The barbell bench press for upper body, pressing strength, and chest, shoulder, tricep growth. These 3 exercises recruit more total muscle, allow heavier loading, trigger bigger hormonal responses, and produce more measurable muscle growth than any other combination of movements. Stop wasting time on 20 different exercises. Master these 3. Progressive overload them consistently. Build the muscle and strength that lasts for life.